I ignored my destiny once. I cannot do that again. Even for you. I'm the only one who knows that. At least I'm the only one with the will to act on it.
The Mad Titan Podcast with your host, Jay Washington.
What's happening, everybody? We're back. It is episode 11 of season 2 of the Mad Titan Podcast with me, resident supervillain, Mr. Jay Washington.
And your boy, B to the C. What's poppin', Jay?
You need to get a better introduction for yourself.
Hey, man, I need you to not hate. All right? I need you just calm down. Look, I'm just chilling. I'm hanging out. I got up in the barber seat, and I'm just sitting here chit-chatting, talking. Chat-chitting.
Chat-chitting?
Chat-chitting.
No.
That's right. I flipped that shit. What up?
Chat-chit, okay.
We chat-chitting.
Thank you, everybody, man, who's, as always, I always want to show love and appreciation to everybody rocking with us. We're almost 3 months into this with him. And it's almost like his 90-day probation, y'all.
Almost.
Here's the thing. If he makes it to week like 14, 15, I might have to call union reps to fire him now. It's like, it's not just you won't be on here no more.
Hey man, look, I'm a union worker, dog. I'll get the reps all up in here. I'm just saying, we'll do some things.
What's been going on with you, man?
Nothing, bro. Just kind of been chilling, relaxing, trying to get ready for these foods. You know, we got foods this week.
Yes, this is our Thanksgiving. It's our Thanksgiving special per se. Did I say special? Yeah, it's a Thanksgiving episode. So Thanksgiving special.
Did everybody like the Thanksgiving special? Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Them have been some of the funniest episodes of South Park.
Dog, those have been killing.
The Thanksgiving, Christmas, pandemic,
the Halloween
Randy
special.
Marsh is the best, right? The Halloween special. Randy Marsh, I never would have thought, look, this real quick shift and turn, whatever.
Yeah.
I would have never thought if you would have told me that we would have taken the focus off of Kenny, Kyle, Eric, and Stan, that the focus to Randy Marsh
would have worked.
Randy Marsh as a weed farmer. You would have told me that years ago. I'd be like, man, get the fuck out of here. Like when he was the drunk dad at the Little League games trying to fight everybody. I was like, okay.
I thought this was America.
I thought this was America. I thought it was America. And then to watch him start a weed business with Mr. Tally, what? And it
only to go full Karen in the most recent ones.
And forget, man, they were calling him Karen. I'd have never fucking believed it. Ever.
Those motherfuckers are genius, dude.
So, but go ahead for this, so you said the eats and everything.
The eats, I'm excited for the eats. And, yesterday I went and saw my old grade school in their championship football game because two of my best friends are coaching. And,
okay, I was hoping, as God is my witness, you had a legitimate reason to be like, yeah, we're gonna watch the grade school game.
Eighth grade football. Watch my friends just run that team into the ground. They lost in the championship, obviously. So it was fun because everyone was sitting there and yelling at the referees, and I just kept yelling at the coaches, like, this coach sucks. I don't know why his wife married him.
That's I thought it was America. Huh?
I thought it was America.
It's like you get a Randy Marsh come run down there. You're that coach, huh? His wife's a lovely woman. She has good head. What? Good head.
What about you, man? How's your weekend been?
My week has been, of course, busy as usual. I am grateful As always, I am immensely grateful for all the doors and opportunities that have opened. I've been at the Laugh Factory a lot. We record this on Sunday. So Friday and Saturday, I did both double duty at both Laugh Factories, both Hollywood and Long Beach, back to back, having to go do one and drive to the other. Friday, I had to do, matter of fact, Friday. So I initially had to be in Long Beach on Friday at 8 p.m. for that show, then turn around 10:20 to be in Hollywood, which was cool. I get a text message at like 3 p.m. on Friday from the Comedy Store. Was like, hey, can you do a development spot? Because I'm in development in the Comedy Store, which is like the phase before you become a paid regular and have your name on the wall. So I get a text message, hey, can you come do a development spot in the original room at 7? And I was like, I'm a thug. I could pull this off. So I get there. I do my development spot first, shoot all the way down to Long Beach, do my spot there, shoot all the way back to Hollywood, down the street from the Comedy Store to do my spot at the Hollywood Laugh Factory.
Oh, shit, Jay.
And then Saturday, Saturday morning, I filmed something for my homeboy, Jay Mandiam. He's a student at USC, a film student.
Yeah.
And so I did something on his project. And then I had to do the Hollywood Laugh Factory first. I had to host the first show and then go shoot down in Long Beach and do a show there. I've been doing shows all week, damn near every day. Shouts out to the Sawtail Show on Thursday. I did Hollywood Laugh Factory on Tuesday. I did the Comedy Chateau on Thursday. Yeah, I've been busy in the auditions and then back. I was on Break Room Friday. Yeah,
bro, I'm still just tripping out how you got from Comedy Store to Long Beach all the way back, like in LA on a Saturday night,
Friday night.
Ooh.
Let me tell you something.
That's a trip, my dude.
Shouts out to Enterprise Rent-A-Car first and foremost for the rental vehicle that I was able to burn all of the mileage on. When I tell you I was flooring this Nissan Sentra that I've rented, the goal is all. Let me tell you something. I don't know about y'all, ladies and gentlemen that are listening. The goal is never to meet your GPS arrival time. The goal is to beat that motherfucker. When I tell you in traffic, I beat that bitch by 17 minutes going down to Long Beach. I was around this bitch like, yo.
Well, I had Fast and Furious, Vin Diesel in.
Man, look, most race cars and Nissan, Sentras, and Altimas, I felt like a baby daddy trying to get his baby mama back home from work. Anyway, so I did all that. I did all that, man. Bunch of shows. Again, coming up on Thanksgiving. I don't think I'm going to do anything. I'm probably going to be here in the house by myself. You know, people are always asking for Friendsgivings and blah, 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 blah. I don't know if I want to go. And here's why. Oh, I forgot what. I went to Disneyland for the first time on Monday.
No shit.
I went to Disneyland. Bro, when I tell you. So this year, the back half of this year, I've been doing a lot of things I've never done.
Yeah.
I went to Universal Studios for the first time for Halloween Horror Nights. Shouts out to Universal for the hookup on that. I went to the Getty Museum for the first time out here, which is this big thing to do. Shouts out to the Getty Museum.
Oh, okay.
Shouts out
Yeti Museum. I'm like,
yo, man, it's all motherfucking Bigfoots.
I was like Bigfoots or the coolers.
No, niggas, all Bigfoots all the time. So I did that. Shouts out to TK Trinidad with that. But then my homegirl Sarah Albritton, she's a comic from Chicago. She hit me up. She's like, "Hey, do you want to go to Disneyland for free?" And then we went, and I was like, "Yeah," because it was me, her, our homegirl Vicky, my homegirl Anastasia, Tiffany Smith, who everybody knows from DC and everything.
How is Tiff?
Tiff's amazing.
Dude, it's probably been 6 years since I've seen her like in person.
Yeah, I was like,
She was the sweetest person on earth when I was.
And she still is. I was like, yo, when is the last time we saw each other in person? And she was like, probably pre-COVID. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, it was a bunch of us, and it was I'd never been to Disneyland. So, and they got to go to we started off in California Adventure, which, dude, I had so much fun. I'm gonna tell you something. I was so elated. I was like a kid. And I know I can't remember because I met somebody, I think it was at Fan X Salt Lake Comic-Con, who had told me they worked at Disneyland. If I ever wanted to go, let them know. And I couldn't remember because I'd been so busy working, I couldn't remember. And Lord knows I've never done that before. And now I understand why people who have the pass just go.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. there is something about Disneyland that is just pure.
Yeah. I went when I was like maybe 8 or 9 years old.
So 40 years ago. Cool.
Yeah. And I don't remember almost any of it. As a matter of fact, the only thing I really truly remember from my trip to Disneyland is I saw the Mighty Ducks for the first time in my hotel room. Like, that's what I remember from my trip to Disneyland. So I have been wanting to go so bad for quite some time now. So, and I swear, one year I'm gonna get out there and go.
I want to go back. I do, because again, it was the holiday season. So we went to California Adventure first, and then you go across the way to go into Disneyland. And like Disneyland is the nostalgic, dude. We did the Rise of the Resistance ride to start, bro. Let me tell you something. First of all, they was like, because here's the thing, I'm not a really big roller coaster fan. I'm not a fan of loops.
Yeah.
Okay. They tried to get me on the Incredibles roller coaster in California Adventure. And right when we were about to try to walk up, they was like, the ride shut down. And I was like, why? It was 4:00. It was early.
Yeah.
Two of the cars were stuck. It was cars stuck up on there. And I told them, I said, let me tell you about the way my God works. Let me tell you something about my Jesus and how he look out for me, boy. So then, so it was overall, man, that was a great time. It was just great being there. So this week has been just amazing. Like I said, I've jinked for the first time in a long time throughout all the stuff I've been through and have been still going through. I genuinely smiled with pure joy. And the only thing that was frustrating to me the whole time at Disneyland was I had my battery on my phone was dying. Like the battery was dying. So no matter how much I was charging it, it wouldn't hold a charge. So luckily the next day I went to T-Mobile and they sent me a new phone. But like I got my new phone now, but again, I was like, I don't want my shit to die. So, but yeah, aside all that, man, everything has been good. Like I said, coming on the holidays, I'm still trying to stay busy and working. I got shows I got shows on Black Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I got a show, which is also my son's birthday. Next Sunday is my son's 19th birthday.
Oh, shit.
He'll probably be at home with his mom because, I got to check, but because he's going to be back for the holidays, first time from college, even though his mama is an hour away. My son goes to school an hour away. His mama tried to get him to leave. Do you hear what I'm saying? His mama was like, go away.
So he went an hour.
He went an hour away. 35 minutes to be exact. I'm sorry.
Oh, shit.
But nonetheless, man, I know we've been rambling on, and there's a decent amount to talk about. For those who are new to the show, what I do is get you caught up. What we do here, not me, what we do here is get you caught up on all the things happening in the Marvel and DC live action cinematic universes. It's barbershop talk for nerds. I always say that to let you know. If you've ever been in a barbershop or a beauty shop, we're going to chop it up. It's going to be real talk. It's like you're talking to the homies. Well, I'm going to say some shit you might not agree with. And if you're getting your feelings about that, that is on you and your sensitivity. A man like you or a woman like you. I mean, whatever. I don't know why I felt I needed to do Ralph Tresvant at the time, but it just was warranted. So yeah, all of those things. But before we go any further in the show, I would be remiss if I did not take this moment up top to say rest in peace to someone who has been a pivotal part, two people, as a matter of fact. One who's personal to me, two people who have been pivotal parts of our childhoods. Kevin Conroy, who for many people is Batman. Mm-hmm. We all grew to know and love him through Batman the Animated Series. He was in Arkham Knights, everything. A lot of people finally got to see him in Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Mm-hmm.
The first
Which
time
was a dream for him.
Which was a dream for him. Yes, to actually be Batman on screen. We lost him. And today, last night, actually, the news of Jason David Frank, for those many of us know as Tommy Oliver, the green, white, red Zeo, black Dino Thunder Ranger, passed away. It is from what is now being known as an apparent suicide at the age of 49. I say personal to me, not just as, being a fan of Power Rangers since I was a kid, I got a chance to know Jason a lot of time, hang with him and talk to him. And one of the things I always joke about is how he would introduce himself to people. You be like, hey, I'm Jay. Hey, I'm Jason David Frank, Tommy the Green Ranger. Nigga, I know who you are. I know who you are. He was a good dude, man, a great heart. Hearing his passing should put a lot of people on notice. BC and I were talking before we started recording. It's reminiscent, like you said, B, Robin Williams. Mm-hmm. You never know what a person is truly dealing with and battling with. No matter the smiles, the entertainment, the man would sit there and do a con, and at the end of the day, just give away free picks. He done made his money. Didn't really need the money from the pitches, but would give away pitches, autograph picks himself.
Yeah.
He
just seemed like one of the most like happiest people to go out and just bring joy to people. Yes. You know, because the power, you know, just meeting him brought joy to people. And he always seemed like that was when he was at his happiest, is going out there and just celebrating fandom with people.
Yes, absolutely. He would celebrate fandom.
Damn it, I wanted to see him kick CM Punk's ass.
I think we all did. That was the one thing I was hoping for. Because I don't know why Punk thought he had a shot. Everybody was like, this nigga's real, okay? This isn't a game. This nigga is real. And so, you know, there's so many things as to so much speculations coming out as to why it may happen. Unfortunately, unless he leaves a note, we can only assume.
Yeah.
But I will say this. I have lost in the past 6 months at least 4 people to suicide, 3 of which were close to me, and one was just recently I was just talking about on the show. As someone who has suffered with depression, who's been open about his bouts with depression, as someone who has at a point in time been very suicidal, and if you are that person, the man and woman, and the holidays lends itself to this time. The holidays in itself has a historical track record of the number of unfortunate suicides. You may be listening to me right now. You may be trying to use Mad Titan to pull yourself out of the funk. If you are feeling this way and you feel like you need somebody to talk to, first and foremost, reach out to me on the DM. Look, I'm telling you now, if I don't follow you, if I ain't talk to you, it's going to go to my message request. I'm hoping I'm going to see it. But if you can't get to me right away, if you can't get to somebody close to you right away, BC say text him. He pointed.
Come to me. Come on,
first
holler
of all,
at me.
Here's the problem. BC pointing to himself like you motherfuckers can see him. This is an
audio.
I
know you talking, and I was pointing to me for you so you could throw that in there.
Oh, I'm saying I'm not calling you. I didn't want to
interrupt you because you was on point.
Oh, I'm saying I'm not calling you. But please, BC says he's available. If you can't reach anybody, if you can't reach the ones you feel like are close to you, if you feel like no one is there for you in your immediate life, not even circle, just life, and you are in the United States, please do not hesitate to call out to the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. It is 988. They have simplified it so much.
You could text it. You can even just text it.
You can even just text it.
If you don't want to call nobody, you can text 988.
You can text it. Also, let me let you in on a secret too. As somebody who has called the hotline before, yes, I have, because it felt like, all right, what's the worst can happen? Now, sometimes while you're talking to them, they may say things that may seem to enrage you, and you feel like this ain't helping. I'm going to tell you something. Don't you hang up, because the police gonna be at your house. Not the police, the police. Gonna be at your crib. Are you good? And you don't want the police at your house. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Trying to snatch you away. But please do. So again, I wanted to just take this time, all bullshit aside, no, I'm joking aside. I wanted to take this time to pay respects to both Kevin Conroy as well as Jason David Frank with a brief moment of silence. Cool. I want to also make sure and hope to God that an ambulance or a siren didn't go down my block, because as we know, there's always some police around my neighborhood. I'm like, we want to give a moment of silence. Woo! Well, you know what? Let's try this moment of silence again, because, you know, clearly the police didn't want to cooperate. But again, if you are feeling you feeling hopeless and whatnot, please know a temporary, a permanent fix to a temporary situation is not the answer.
No.
Okay. All right. Now that we've gotten all that out the way, I apologize kind of being somber. Hopefully I can pick it up. Let's get into our Marvel news for today. And I might as well go. I should have put this in the order that I should have put it. I just was putting stories together. Wakanda Forever, as of right now, has passed $500 million worldwide in its second week. Okay. Do you know what this potentially means? We are looking at another $1 billion movie.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I would like to say the statement that I've made 1,000,000 times, even when it comes to your favorite film, Venom. Garbage movies don't make $1 billion.
Facts.
I know a lot of people want to try to find and nitpick shit about this movie, but you can't.
Why? Who's nitpicking shit about this?
I mean, shit, when you say who, it's very obvious. There are people who are like, they feel like they don't want to see Shuri as Black Panther. And I'm like, all right, clearly you're not a fan of the comics. Well, they're like, well, she only had it for a moment and then she gave it back to T'Challa. Okay, that's the same shit in the movie. She just got it at the fucking end of the movie. I understand.
And you don't know how long she's gonna. We don't even know when we're gonna see another Black Panther.
You and I talked about this last week. So we have that. Also, people are like, well, Riri Williams. And I kind of understand that. I do, because I get it, because it's like, again, at the final battle, she didn't need to be in it. You could have did what they did with Tom Holland in Civil War. All right, bro, go home. We got this.
Yeah. Oh, now that you say that, I think that actually probably would have helped a little with her character.
Yeah. Then on top of that, the Contessa, Val, all her, and the Everett Ross shit, it was drawn out too long.
Yeah, way too long.
But that's not enough to sit there and make it seem like it's a terrible movie. Those are
not at all.
Small things. But again, 500 million, and now it is official. Marvel is putting posters out. Marvel waited till the first weekend was done and was like, all right, here go the posters of Shuri in the suit to let you know it's her, just in case you know it's her. And it's officially been confirmed that M'Baku is the king of Wakanda. Just like, but again, when people talk about, when people were telling me there were no strong black men, no strong black male characters in this movie, as a black dude, I was like, are y'all fucking serious? Look at M'Baku's arc through 2 movies.
He is the voice of reason the entire movie long.
He is her guy. He is her Zuri. He is Shuri's Zuri.
Have you seen the TikTok trend?
What's the TikTok trend?
Everyone's doing the trend now that it's after watching Wakanda Forever. They call him Kukulkan.
No, you gotta do it right. You gotta do it, because I've been doing it. They call him Kukulkan, the feather serpent god. I've been doing it on break room. I'll be like, they call him Kukulkan. They do not call him king or general. They call him Kukulkan.
It's all over TikTok. I'm loving it so much.
The feather serpent god. So again, with everything going on, man, like, look, 500 million worldwide as of now. It is on track to make we're going to see what happens when Avatar comes out. And I only bring up Avatar because as of right now, Avatar is not tracking to break records.
Good.
Avatar 2 is not tracking to break records. Even though James Cameron was like, can we release it again, please? Come on, man. How many times do you want to? Y'all gonna quit trying to play this flip-flop with the fucking record?
That bothers me. That makes me so mad. I'm not one to not want a movie to go. If a movie does good, whatever. If I don't like it, I don't care. Go do what you do. But Avatar just makes me mad because every time some movie becomes the highest grossing film, they re-release Avatar again, and the money goes back into its original box office score, and it gets known as the most, and it pisses me off.
I'm the same way. I'm the exact same way. So let's move on. Now, we're talking a lot of Marvel. It's a lot of stuff, and I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. All right. So the villain for the Thunderbolts movie might have been revealed, and okay. I'm here. If this is the villain, I'm going to tell you my thoughts as to why this is the villain. So it is being rumored that a very, very powerful character, is set to come to the MCU. Now, Daniel Richmond, who is a scooper, says that Marvel Studios is currently searching for an actor between the ages of 30 to 50 to play a quote-unquote conflicted and powerful villain who is being described as being comparable to an evil Superman. There are only a couple people in the entire MCU who that is compared to, who that could be. It could be either Sentry or Hyperion. Now, if it's Hyperion, to break to you his backstory, Marcus Milton arrived on Earth as a baby and was raised as a human before ultimately becoming a superhero. Though he got a violent nature, it's also seen portrayed as a villainous in a villainous light. Hyperion's involvement would also tie into a recent rumor that the Squadron Supreme could appear as well. Okay. If it proves to be accurate, it indicates that the Thunderbolts will assemble to face this mysterious individual and not to wage war on Wakanda, as a rumor suggested, which again, Wakanda Forever makes it seem like Val wants to take all of Vibranium. But I think we did that. I think that to have Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, Julia Louis-Dreyfus' character, do that was to show you how dark she can be.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was that. But this, if it's Hyperion, it works out a lot, because here's the thing about Hyperion I need you to understand when it comes to the Squadron Sinister. Those are their group assembled by the cosmic entity, the Grandmaster, to battle the champions of the time-traveling Kang the Conqueror. To battle like champions of Kang. Like, so Kang's Conqueror, the superhero team is the Avengers. But you could use it just to be like to fight Kang, not the Avengers. Go ahead.
This is getting more and more interesting. Like we were saying last week, like the fact that we have Harrison Ford, the fact that Val was in Wakanda Forever so damn much when she didn't need to be. Thunderbolts is a more important movie than we're thinking.
Yes,
especially if this is true. My question is, you said Sentry, maybe. Didn't we have some news about Sentry a while back? Weren't they saying that we thought Sentry was coming, or we were going to see him somewhere?
It was rumored. It was always rumored. It was never one of those like, oh, this is for sure he's going to be there. So,
because I remember looking him up, going, okay, I wonder where he would fit in this, along with the Guardians 3 rumors and shit.
This is how he'll fit in. This may work. Because the Earth 712 version of the Squadron Supreme, right? Mm-hmm. Hyperion is known as not Marcus Milton. He's known as Mark Milton, okay? Here's why I bring this up. He's a founding member of his reality's Squadron Supreme and is the last known Eternal left on.
Okay, I see him.
It could, again, the different universes.
Yep.
What is this called? The multiverse saga.
Yep.
All this shit tying together bit by bit.
You know what, though? When I see this character and I read everything about it and I look at the picture of him, I don't know about you, but I just like, okay, so Marvel wants to bring in Homelander.
I don't know if Marvel could do Homelander.
But how dope would it be if they did just go get Anthony Starr?
Jason, because look, to have that level, that's what has the boys. I love Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
I love DC. If you can see my walls, I have DC posters. This is kind of what puts the boys as above everything because of what Homelander is. Homelander's a fucking psychopath who is like, I'll kill all you bitches. You think I won't? You just gotta love me. Remember in season 3 of The Boys when he told Starlight was like, keep fucking with me, I'm gonna release the tape. And Homelander was like, bitch, do you get it? If
I'll
you
have
do,
nothing to lose.
I've nothing to lose. I will fuck all of y'all. And then Starlight was like, oh shit. Like, oh, with somebody that he was with somebody that powerful, who his ego is all about being loved, and tells you, if you take the people loving me away from me, I have nothing to lose. I will kill everybody with no second guess.
Facts.
That is the most terrifying shit to hear. So for Hyperion to be that level, I don't know if Disney was like, y'all want to have a psychopath out here running this. Because remember, Homelander made a girl commit suicide.
Yeah.
Who was trying to second guess herself after he found out his Nazi bitch $1 million babied herself. I don't know why I'm laughing about it, but it was the way after she was like, when she was like, Stormfront $1 million babied herself. I was like, oh, good reference. But anyways, back on track.
Yeah.
Thunderbolts, like you said, the series, the D+ series are introducing characters that are going to eventually play a bigger part.
Yes.
The movies are the main part, right? It's like you got a lot of main courses and side dishes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Thanksgiving dinner, right? All the movies are your turkey, your ham, your maybe even turducken.
Oh, I've never had a turducken.
Me neither, because I love myself. Motherfucker, you're not gonna tell me I'm giving you a chicken stuffed inside of a duck, but stuffed inside of a turkey. What? Why? Who? What high ass individual? Do you know how high you gotta be to think, hey bro, hey fam, hey listen, hey bro, I just had the craziest fucking idea. Listen, hey for Thanksgiving, look, listen, just stop laughing. We're gonna go this. We're gonna do.
Just listen.
Listen. All of a sudden, start talking with a list. Listen. This is what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna go to the grocery store, okay?
Yeah, why you turn into Dusty?
Set up, baby. Listen. Let's talk to you, baby. This is American Dream, Dusty Rules. Listen, I got my eyes closed, so I can't see you. Okay, listen. So listen. Stop making me laugh, okay? Stop making me laugh. So what we're gonna do, baby, gonna smoke a joint, smoke a bowl. We're gonna go to the store. Okay, we're gonna go for all the grandmamas and aunties. Come on out, and I'm about a turkey. But when we get a turkey, we're gonna say, "What you got to the ducks?" And we're gonna get a duck, and then I'm like, "Can I get a Tyson chicken?" We're gonna take a Tyson chicken. We'll put the Tyson chicken in the turkey. I mean, in the duck, and we're gonna take the duck into they got the chicken in it, and gonna stuff it in the turkey's ass, baby. And then we're gonna slather it with butter. What? That's what the movies of the MCU are. Okay.
A high ass Dusty Rhodes sitting in the writer's room.
Oh shit. So Ryan Reynolds has remember in 2018 when he re-released the holidays Once Upon a Deadpool, which was a PG-13 version of it, to show that he could do a PG-13 version of Deadpool. Well, Ryan Reynolds, while promoting his new holiday movie Spirit, said, I would love to see a song and dance number in a Deadpool movie. He says 4 years ago, Rhett Reese, Paul Wernick, and I wrote a Christmas movie starring Deadpool, but it got lost in the shuffle of Disney acquiring Fox and it never got made. Maybe one day we'll get to see that movie. It's not a musical, but it's a full Deadpool Christmas movie. So one day. He's also said that Deadpool 3 is done. It's written. It's officially written. And it's set to be released November 8th, 2024. Now, here is some Deadpool news that I was like, you know what? At this point, fuck it. Okay. Ryan Reynolds is rumored to be eyeing Channing Tatum for a role. And people believe he is finally going to play Gambit. Here's why I'm laughing so hard. If you remember me from back in the Trusty Sidekick podcast days with Bobby Hill.
Oh, shit. That was a long time ago.
Exactly. We would talk about how the curse of Gambit's movie was Channing Tatum. Like, it went through 4 directors till they was like, we're just not doing this shit. We're just not gonna fucking do it. Could you believe it? That he could do it just to have him fucking as a pop-up just to say he did it.
So to be fair, it's us all saying that he wants that he's going to be Gambit. There's nothing real about that.
It is a rumor.
Yeah, from what it is it's rumored that Ryan Reynolds wants Channing Tatum in the movie. That's it. Nothing about Gambit. He just wants Channing in the movie. And then we all went, oh, he wants him for Gambit because that's what we do. We're idiots. But what's fun, I would love to see Channing Tatum in it no matter what. I think Tatum is a great actor. He's funny as hell. He's got great comedic timing, and he's a good action star too. So I'm all on board for that.
As someone who has worked with Channing Tatum,
facts,
and who thinks Channing Tatum, look, I don't know if y'all have paid attention to a lot of his movies where he just get to have fun comedically. Bro, when he popped up in This Is the End for Me.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
As the Gimp humping. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It was arguably the greatest shit I think I'd ever seen. And then I loved him in The Hateful Eight. So even if I don't know, here's the thing. I think Channing is past the getting a full Gambit project done. But to let him,
he's said in interviews, he has a hard time watching Marvel stuff because it still makes him sad that he never got to play Gambit. Because if you remember, not only was he going to finally be Gambit, he was supposed to be Gambit in Origins Wolverine.
Wait, he was?
He was casted. It was going to be him. And then Paramount said, no, you have to, you're under contract. You have to come back and film
G.I. Joe
2.
Oh.
So he missed Gambit to die in the opening scene of G.I. Joe 2.
Which, you know who else probably, you know what that feeling is? You know what that's equivalent of to me?
Patty.
No. Will Smith canceling and passing up The Matrix to do Wild Wild West.
Okay.
Now, granted, this wasn't a forced contract situation.
Yeah.
But damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So he would have been instead of
Taylor
Kitsch. It would have been Channing Tatum in that role. And he was all excited for it. And then finally, they did that whole San Diego Comic-Con thing where they brought him out with Stan Lee and Ryan Reynolds and the entire X-Men cast, and we were going to go. And so he's apparently still is hurting over that. So if he gets the opportunity, I think he would jump at it real quick.
I can see it again. I can see Kevin Feige like, yo, if we just doing it for this, we unfortunately don't I don't see. And then I know some people think, well, what about the X-Men? I don't think the X-Men's plans have Gambit in it right immediately.
Nope.
Because here's the thing about Gambit. As we all know, if you are familiar with the X-Men 97 cartoon, I would highly encourage you to rewatch it on Disney Plus because they're about to bring it back anyway. But when you get to the Guild of Assassins versus the Guild of Thieves, there's so much more you can do with his story. I don't know if that's a focus right now because the door is open. Also, him loving a woman who he was like, bitch, take my energy. Which, by the way, that's the best love. Let me tell you something. I want a love like that. Well, I got a woman I love that is fine as frog hair. She, oh my God. She if I kiss you, I'll take your energy. He was like in the cartoons, Gambit was like, bitch, I got a lot of energy to give. Drain away. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Let's go on to, so also this week, not only being Halloween, Lord Father God have mercy, Halloween, Thanksgiving, we are getting the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. Now, we've got a featurette that dropped that showed them on the hunt for Kevin Bacon. They are trying to get Kevin Bacon to make Star-Lord's Christmas. I am here for it. The pictures look so dope. James Gunn said, he had told us Phase Zero, he said, the holiday special is also very, very different than Volume 3. This goofy thing is once every 4 days. He was he shot it once every 4 days and going shooting 4 days of Guardians Volume 3 and then going back. It almost created a lot of whiplash. He said it was almost like the Guardians holiday special were like snow days. That was recess. That was fun. He filmed it at the same time because it was smart, because you had the cast together.
And you already got to put Drax in his makeup and all that stuff. Everyone's in all their gear.
Everything, that's what I'm saying. Everybody's there. It makes it easy to do all that. I love that we've seen pictures. We've seen Palm Clementif as Mantis with her holiday sweater. Palm Clementif is just beautiful to me.
Yeah.
Dave Bautista in his sweater looked like he just been eating a lot of sodium. Like he looked bloated as shit in the face. Like you just been eating salt, Drax. But Drax eats pork rinds. Like that's what it looks like. Drax eats nothing but pork rinds. But again, getting Kevin Bacon in this, it's going to be fun. But he has also said, James Gunn, you need to watch this. There is a lot of information, a lot of stuff that is about to happen in this that is going to connect to Volume 3 and the MCU at large. Now, we all know that after Volume 3, he's done with Marvel, which everybody, again, stop with the whole Marvel dropped the bag with him and dropped the ball with him, excuse me.
Marvel
Stop.
did fantastic with him.
Look, what were you going to do? Keep having to making Guardians movies? Okay, no, like there's this thing of we have to allow directors, if they want to do other things, to do them, okay? James Gunn, for all intents and purposes, now giving us 3 movies with a special and has been a consulting producer on the last 2 Avengers movies. That man can take a break and do what he wants to do now with DC Studios. Mm-hmm. It is fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and I don't know why people are continually bitching about that, and I don't really add anything to it because whatever, you're bitching just the bitch. I am very excited for this holiday special because I was insanely surprised with Werewolf by Night. Like I was like, okay, that's gonna be cool to see. I can't wait. But I was surprised at how much I loved it and how much they were able to really put a great, fun story in an hour.
Yeah.
So it makes me more hyped for now this Guardians who we know already has given us great stories. James Gunn is fantastic. This looks great. And it gives me hope for more of these in the future. Like we were just talking about. Deadpool wanted to do a Christmas movie. What's to stop us from doing a Deadpool holiday special?
Absolutely nothing.
Like maybe next year, maybe this becomes a thing we do every year where we get some kind of holiday special.
Yep.
And Deadpool could be one. I would love to see that. Like there's nothing that's not, and the fact that you tell me that this is going to be different than Guardians makes me go, Guardians Volume 3, I think is going to be a lot like Quantumania, a darker film than we're expecting.
Oh, I think half these motherfuckers, at least over half, are dying. Because James Gunn has already said this is the last iteration of this team.
Who do you leave alive?
Mantis.
That's it?
Mantis and Nebula.
I leave Groot and Rocket because they're the ones that you don't have to bring the actors back. You can bring them. Hey, just go in this booth for an hour.
You keep talking about the actors, but what about the visual effects it takes to make the 2 of them?
That is true. But that's not to say they could go off and we don't have to see them. But if we need them, we can have them. Because hey,
I think you shoot Star-Lord in the face.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, you shoot Drax dies for sure.
And you say that this was for Mario.
No, you shoot him in the face and say this is for Karen Bass. Shouts out to the LA mayoral election. I think Star-Lord dies. I think Drax dies. I think Mantis goes off. Mm-hmm. I think she go. I would not be surprised if sometimes everybody could die. I don't think Groot dies. I think
killed Groot too much.
you killed Groot too much. Rocket, I think that's the one that's going to tear everybody apart.
Yeah.
I think Rocket might die because again, this is supposed to be his how he got to be the way he was. He is.
I think Drax and Rocket both somehow kind of sacrifice themselves, and Drax gets to, like in a post-credit scene, see his family again.
Yes, I think he gets that.
And I know we sat here and we go, you kill Pratt. I don't think they kill him. I think him and Gamora get to ride off into the sunset.
Yeah, you think they finally get to just go and do what they do?
Yeah, which I don't like, but I understand.
You think he leaves off on the Benatar? They just go off and just I mean, look, they finally get to make their alien babies. Like, look,
Yep.
we first saw Star-Lord beating alien cheeks when we first got to see him. So he is not prone to wanging it wherever vagina's in the thigh. Like, he is not
He laid
scared.
with an Ascavarian.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he
It was
did.
one time, man.
It was one time, man. So, I mean, again, I think that happens with that. So, I'm interested to see it. The holiday special drops on Friday. Yes, Black Friday, by the way. So, just so you know that. So, you plan on shopping. Let's do. So, we got two kind of sad stories. I'm trying to think which one. Do I want to go? Should we go in order of them, or should we go bottom to top or top to bottom? I'll let you call it.
I mean, one of them's not really sad. It's just kind of all that sucks, and one of them's legitimately sad. Let's just go ahead and go with that one. Let's get into Chris.
All right, this just came out via an interview that Chris Hemsworth has done recently. He said that he is taking a break from acting after learning that he has a genetic predisposition to Alzheimer's. This is terrible. Now, while he was
genetic predisposition, he has genes from both his parents.
So it will smack. He is more than likely going to get it.
8 to 10 times more likely than the average person.
Yes. He was talking with Vanity Fair about his National Geographic docuseries, Limitless, and he revealed that he has received ominous health warning after undergoing a series of genetic tests to see what the future may hold. But 8 to 10 times more. This is what he said during the interview, quote, "Like everything in the show, I went, okay, great. Now I have to work on this more. If you look at Alzheimer's prevention, the benefit of preventative steps is that it affects the rest of your life. When you have predisposition to cardiovascular health disease, cancer, anything, it's all about sleep management, stress management, nutrition, movement, fitness. It's all kind of the same tools that need to be applied in a consistent way. Now, if something's going to pull me away from my family and my kids, it's got to be a positive, constructive, collaborative experience. I shot with George Miller on the new prequel Fury Road, part of the Mad Max saga, and I said to my agent, that's where I want to spend my work hours, with someone who is kind, collaborative, and interesting." Now, as of right now, he hasn't handed in his resignation, and he's far from defeated, but we do not know. He did say he wants to give Thor a swan song. Mm-hmm. He did recently say that.
Like, again, a lot of the headlines we're seeing are Chris Hemsworth to take time away. And while yes, that's true, I think it's a lot of misleading. I think he goes, no, I want to do things that are meaningful. I want to do things that my family's going to enjoy. I want to spend time with my family too. I don't want to do things I don't want to go out there and be The Rock now. All right. I've done all this stuff. I want to do some movies, spend some time with my family. Do a movie, spend some time with my family.
He don't want to just go from movie to project
where I want to work with people that I want to work with. Not now, just also this is good for my career. No, I want to go do stuff that I want to do. And that's what that's the thing that I love that he's taken away from this is the positive mindset of I am going to move forward and take advantage of every moment in my life.
Yes.
And that's what I love to see.
I love the way you said that. Let's move on, man, real quick. Echo is said to be having some trouble ahead of his 2023 production release. Now, a lot of people have said since Hawkeye, why did Echo need a series, especially with Daredevil Born Again happening? And as of now, it might not happen. It was supposed to, it's potentially being relayed from his summer 2023 premiere. And, there's supposed to be a couple of sources are saying, look, there's tend to be some rumblings that this may not happen. And what it is Kevin Feige may believe that, hey, we don't need all these shows as much as we're doing, which is fine. And that's probably because, like I said, Moon Knight didn't really, She-Hulk was a mixed bag of VFX, and I think She-Hulk was meant to be the way it was. Some people say Miss Marvel sagged in the middle. I don't kind of feel that way. I mean, I understand the directors were. It might have felt like that to a lot of people because the directors were different. Mm-hmm. So,
and also, again, I think some of these earlier Disney Plus shows were movies that they transformed into shows. So you're going to have that here and there, some stuff that you had to add to make it a little longer and pad it and things like that. But it's not something that really took away from any of them.
Right. I mean, again, here's it's just hoping for the best.
I know.
I
I would really like to see Echo because the character is very interesting.
The character, and again, to see her in Born Again would make all of the sense to me. You know what I'm saying? That's it for Marvel news. Let's move over to DC. Now, I don't want to too much laugh at this, but as of right now, Black Adam turning a profit is highly unlikely, which means they may not get a sequel movie. And with that, I also want to tie in Henry Cavill hasn't signed a deal, no matter how hyped everybody is.
Really?
Yes, he has not even signed a deal yet.
So we've just agreed in principle that he's going to be back.
Yes, there is no deal right now. There's no writer or director attached to a Man of Steel a sequel. It's no formal deal to play for Cavill to play Superman again. So everybody is like, oh, we don't know, because currently this is what the rap said. As it stands, there's no forward momentum on the project, while newly installed DC studio bosses James Gunn and Peter Safran have been busy fine-tuning their long-range plan for the DCU. I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we don't know what they're gonna do with the Flash, because again, that may be done, but for sure Miller's done, right?
Yeah,
but everybody assumed that all this stuff was going to happen, and this was pre the announcement of Safran and Gunn. And James Gunn has been teasing so many fucking people to let you know, yo, I got my own plan, and it don't involve what you think it's going to involve. He been tweeting out that he's going to possibly do Lobo. He just tweeted out Mr. Terrific. Different things he is possibly going to do. And I'm fine with it. I'm totally fine with it, bro.
Yeah. No, wherever they want to take this, I'm good with. All right. I'm trusting in like the leadership they have, and I'm trusting in where they're going. I would love to see Henry Cavill back as a new version of Superman. I definitely do. I personally want to see more Black Adam, but I do, like we've been saying, I want to see
what?
Huh?
You do want to see more Black Adam?
Yes, but like I've been saying, I do want to see more of a villainous Black Adam. I want them to do him properly.
Well, because I know you're just a Dwayne Johnson mark.
I am. I always have been, always will be. And again, I don't know. It may not be making the money, but I still enjoyed the movie. I had fun with it. It's not. It ain't winning no Oscars. But you know what? It's fun to turn on and just watch him be the Terminator. Not everything has to be this insane, over-the-top, perfect movie. You can have dumb, stupid fun, and I can just go, all right, that was cool, and move on. So I would love to see, at some point, Henry Cavill fight Black Adam. I would love to see Shazam at some point fight Black Adam. But I do want to see Black Adam as the bad guy. I don't even think he needs his own sequel. I want to see him as the bad guy in someone else's movie. And I do say, the fucking bad guy.
Okay. Because here's the thing about that. And I want to tie this in. All of our DC stories literally interconnect. For the first time fucking ever.
Right.
Ain't that amazing how what now happens with the two new bosses? So Discovery's 10-year plan for the DCU involves unifying the franchise under one banner. This is according to CEO David Zaslav. So what that means is multiple versions of characters will not be running around this bitch. So he said that, again, Safran and Gunn are coming close to an end of finishing their Bible, which is a roadmap that outlines key characters and plot points for their DCU. He went on to say, quote, I think over the next few years, you're going to see a lot of growth and opportunity around DC. There is not going to be 4 Batmans. And part of our strategy is drive the hell out of DC, which James and Peter are going to do. I think they've thrilled the fans. They're going to thrill you over a period of time. So what that means is Robert Pattinson in the Batman version, right? Ben Affleck is just going to be here in Aquaman for an opening scene, and Michael Keaton just for the Flash. All that, some of them is gone.
Yeah. See, so what I'm thinking is they're going to let Matt Reeves do his little trilogy. All right, he's going to get, and I said that sounded real like disrespectful. They gonna let Matt Reeves do a trilogy, you know, and then they will probably have a Batman in the other universe. But we're not going to get this Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton and maybe a third Batman and, you know, all that other stuff.
Also, you got to take your feelings out of it to some people, not you. Because a lot of y'all I know some people like, oh man, I want to see more Affleck. I want to see Keaton there. No. We kept saying collectively, we want them to have an idea of what to do.
And they're doing that.
And they're doing it. We wanted them to have a solid plan. If there's so what if Robert Pattinson, I hate to say it this way, so what if Pattinson only gets one film, even though it was set for, you know, Reeves to have a trilogy. And yes, people are going to bring up Joker because Joker is a Warner Brothers thing. It is not DC. They have made sure they've stated that.
Yeah.
It is
That's going out on Warner Brothers. Yeah.
It's on Warner. It is not DC Studios. It is just Warner Brothers. So when you put all this together, all that, because again, that was one of the biggest issues with DC, this Elseworlds thing consistently. Yeah. Yes, I know we just talked about with Marvel, the multiverse saga, but DC has been plagued with this Elseworlds thing, which has been confusing around the board for so long.
I think James Gunn is basically about to give us our own New 52 in the movie.
I think he is too.
That's what I think that this is basically going to be based on. Again,
I think we have to have faith in this leadership of Safran and Gunn more than anything else.
And we have to give it time too.
We have to give it time. We have to understand what this is going to be, how it's going to grow. We have to understand that these guys are planning something out. Gunn is sat under Kevin Feige and saw how Kevin Feige roadmapped 5 to 10 years of shit. So Gunn knows what he's doing. Safran has produced these movies. Yeah. He knows what he's doing. Again, James Gunn is doing the one thing I've been preaching for the longest with DC. Stay away from the Trinity. Stay away from the Trinity. DC has an expansive universe that we are now going to see. Listen, he made you give a fuck about Peacemaker.
You know, Jay, that's become something you bring up a lot. Stay away from Trinity. We need on the Mad Titan merchandise site, you need to stay away from the Trinity t-shirt.
If you would like to make that and mail that design to me, please, madtitanpodcast@gmail.com. I will have that as a stay away from the Trinity. I will rock that bitch everywhere, as with BC.
Facts.
Stay away from the Trinity. All right, listen, we got to get ready to wrap this up because I got a business call with one of my agents in about 10, 15 minutes. So that is all we got for this week, actually, which, like I said, the DC stories worked. Tell the people how they can find you.
You can find me on all the...
real quick. We ain't got no emails or calls. That is how I'm able to end this week. There's literally nothing.
I was going to say, I was like, oh, damn, we going to come. Hit me up on all social media at TheGrindCalls, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all that crap. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. And Jay, happy Thanksgiving, brother.
Happy Thanksgiving, whore. Damn, that was rough. That was so rough unnecessarily.
Randomly. Hey, how are your Bears doing? Did they win?
You know, I feel like you being a whole bitch.
No, because I legit meant to put money on them this morning because I liked they were favored by 3, and I was like, ooh, I could take that. Oh man, what happened?
Bitches lost by 3.
God damn!
Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. You know what the fuck to find me, Mr. J Washington. I'm very fucking upset now. Now I got to have to call my agent because this motherfucker that made me mad. If you want to join the Patreon, patreon.com/Mr. J Washington. Motherfucker. Shouts out to all the members of the squad. If you remember my one-on-ones from Super Villain Squad, you know who you are. Alberto Rios, Missouri, Bobby McMillan, Brock Severson. God damn it! Sean C. Woodson, Cheryl Corbin, Chris Lee, Dan Bisbee, David Adams, Fanboy Katina, Fillmore Pockets, Frank Castillo, you motherfucker, BC. Greg Morrissey, Jim Payne, Joe Lean, Justin Square, Kevin Williams, thank you for joining. Kirsty Oliveria, Luke Schergers, Marcus Gordon, Patrick Hardy. I can't believe this shit. if you haven't been set up your one-on-one date, please hit me up. I will set your date up before the end of the month. God damn it! It was a good fucking.
Hope we have a good business call.
Motherfucker. Was good. Life was good.
My last show.
Yeah, fire this bitch before the holidays. Yep, because that was gonna be a real fucking fuck, man. Man, listen, I'll be back next week. I don't know if this motherfucker will. I'll be back next week. God damn it, I'm mad. How's your Bears doing? Oh, okay, I had about 3. These bitches lost by 3. That I at least win my fantasy games this week. That's motherfucker. All right. I tell you, I got Tourette's, unfortunately not. But we'll holler at y'all next week, man. Take care. We're out. God damn it, BC. Bye. Shit.